How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and yes, it is me. I am back, believe it or not. I bet some of you are probably thinking I'd completely given up on YouTube, but I just had a bit of a break for various different reasons, and that is a story for another day, not right now. But this video that you are about to watch right now is a video I never planned on actually putting out in the first place. It was fully edited, ready to go. I went to upload it at one point and decided, no, don't want to do it. But now I figure, sod it, let's just get it out there for you guys to watch. It gives you something to enjoy, to fill a bit of a gap until my next couple of videos come out, and I have got 2 or 3 in the pipeline already that I'm working on. So I hope you're going to look forward to them, and I hope more you're going to enjoy this video. And if you do, as always, give it a like. There's a button below specifically for that reason, and it really does help the channel. If you're new and you like my videos, why not consider subscribing to the channel? And then finally, if you want to make any comments on the video or have just a general chat below, put one down there in that comment section below. Now I hope you enjoy it, and let's crack on with it. So just watch this. This is gonna set the tone for this first session, really. The lad in front can't figure out how to get his cart moving, and then when he does, he pretty much runs the marshal over, and then absolutely nails it into a barrier, so much so he actually knocked himself out of the cart. That looked and sounded very painful. And then he just drove off under a red flag once the marshal got him pointing in the right way. You can see how this one's going to go, can't you? What makes this crash even funnier is 2 corners down the road. He's binned it into the barrier again. Jesus Christ. But anyway, get past that. He was still in the top left corner, red flags. There's been 1 so far. Oh no, make that 2. Second one for him again. Yeah, put in the comment box below how many red flags you think there's going to be by the end of this first session, and also how many you think there are overall for the night, because it's probably going to be more than you think.
Oh, this is going to be a long one.
And a long one it was, because literally about 2 minutes afterwards came red flag number 3. A couple more minutes down the road, bearing in mind we still haven't done a flying lap yet, we catch up with my old crashy friend and then crash into the back of him. Twice. Yep, that happened. Because, for reasons only known to him, he stops dead at both hairpins, which catches me off guard. But anyway, Luke goes by, so we're going to try and do a flying lap, but half a lap later, the gods say no, and out comes the 4th red flag. Once we get back underway again, Luke lets the girl past him, he then re-overtakes her, and a couple of corners later, she then, what can only be described as, goes in for attempted murder. Follow it around for a couple more corners, I get by Luke, and to my shock and amazement, you'll never guess what, red flag number 5. I know, who'd have thought it? Once we get going again, here's my biggest mistake of this session. I chose the wrong side to try and get around someone on the ramp heading up and almost grind to a halt, but don't worry, because you'll never guess what happened a few seconds later. That's right, red flag number 6. mean, come on, we're getting towards the end of the session and we haven't done a single flying lap yet. And guess what? We never did do a single flying lap, because after that red flag, that was the end of this session. In 15 minutes, I managed to do a grand total of 6 laps. Let me put that into perspective for you. Around here, a decent lap is around 45-46 seconds. My fastest lap of that session was a 50.1, and my average lap was 1 minute 42. And remember the lad from the start, our crashy friend? He managed to do 2 laps. 2 laps. His fastest lap was 2 minutes 20 seconds. He could set off at the same time as us, and I would lap him twice while he's still on his first one. That is dangerously slow. Funnily enough, didn't see him out on track again after that. And we're about to have a new counter up in the corner, the chode counter, and the first bloke on it, kart number 8 up, just overtaken, for then overtaking me and carrying on at race pace on a yellow flag. And if you don't know what a chode is, Google it. 15 minutes, 6 laps, 6 red flags. I just knew it was going to be a bad one. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. And it just carried on into the next 2 sessions as well. Another interesting one, and not a lot of racing to talk about, except for this one where I leave the door wide open for Ben to fire one up the inside. Bit of a schoolboy error there, and you know why there wasn't a lot of racing? Because of red flags again. Here's an example of some top quality marshalling then. As we get released from this red flag, there's still someone facing the wrong way on track. What the hell is that about? Of course, this would not be one of my videos without a brown trouser moment, and this was a double brown trouser moment for me and the poor lad that was stuck in the apex of the fastest corners on the track. But don't worry, there's a marshal right by him. He'll soon be out of the tyre wall and on his way again. But oh no, this guy doesn't know how to turn around in his full 360 view booth. His one job is to keep everyone safe and get people out of tyre walls when they're stuck, and he's doing an absolutely piss poor job at that. And now it's time for our chode awards for this session, and here's number 1, who is probably, looking at it, the same bloke from the first session, who can't get by someone on merit, so just barges them out the way. Chode number 2 of this session, and number 3 overall, is this bloke who must be colourblind, because clearly yellow flags mean absolutely naff all to him. Finally then, there is this clown. This session is over, the yellow lights are flashing, there's a checkered flag light board, there's also marshals with a checkered flag, yet this guy doesn't see any of them apparently, causes a crash, and then gets a bollocking by the marshal for his troubles.
on for ages.
As you can hear, I was starting to get pretty annoyed by these guys, but that is session number 2 over. On to the third and final one of the night. Let's hope this one gets a little bit better. Ah, who am I kidding? You know it doesn't. Here we go then, third and final session of the evening. In my helmet I am just praying that these people have finally figured out how to use their brain and stop causing red flags. So as we're going around the lap, come up behind the bloke in front, who I believe is one of the chosen chokes, and you'll never guess what, half a lap in, red flag, for God's sake. This is just getting beyond a joke now.
Is this shit for real?
As you can hear, I'm starting to get really peeved by this. And look, I know it's rental karting, I know the standard of karting is not going to be amazing, but I've never ever been to a session at a team sport that has just been this plagued with red flags. It is beyond a joke. I mean, you just couldn't, it was a waste of an evening really, trying to get some decent laps. But after this, we do manage to finally put in 3 or 4 laps back to back, but not before our mate in the purple suit up front decides to pull off a rather aggressive block going up the ramp. But we soon get by him and we are on our way a couple of corners later. that rather strange and short yellow flag spelt an end to any hot lapping, if you can call 3 or 4 laps hot lapping. That was pretty much it now until the end, with nothing more than red flags. So all in all for the evening there was a grand total of 13 red flags. I think we actually spent more time stationary each session than we did actually racing around. But hey, you get that when you're racing with plebs on the track like we were. And I will leave you with the final chode of the evening. This bloke, once again, yellow flags, session's over, comes bombing by everyone at full speed, and then when another member of our session pulled him up on it, he proceeded to offer him out for a fight, which, yeah, brilliant, you sir are a complete knob.